Oh, I don't even know. Oh, geez Louise, that was fast. What up, Micah? Dang, man. Less than a minute. What up, Cat? Borchel? Third. Nicholas? Okay, you're first. You're first, Micah. You got it. You got it. You got it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Jeez, where did... Oh, there's a pin button. I couldn't find a pin button. Oh, thanks. All right. That's so bright. All right, hold on. Hold on. Jeez. Jeez. There we go. There we go. Hi. Hi. I'm your teacher today, class. You've never played the bass guitar before. I'm here to... My God, what a bunch of people. What a bunch of people. I'm surprisingly not feeling too jet lagged. Yeah, that's pretty freaking surprising. Did you have any pizza maybe when you got there, Kat? Any pizza? Like mushroom and pineapple pizza? I'm sorry, mushroom and pineapple, mushroom. Ham and pineapple pizza? Oh, you don't eat ham. Mushroom and pineapple pizza? Did you have any of that while you were there, Kat? My name is Kat. I don't have jet lag. They call me Cat. Jet lag. What am I thinking here? What am I missing? Yeah, kitty. Okay, all right. I thought maybe. I remember. I texted you last night or this morning or whatever it was, and it was you said it was 4. It was 4 o'clock in the morning for you, and I already forgot what time that was. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's do this before it gets too busy. I just forgot. I'm supposed to. I got the horse dog, the across the street neighbor's dog. So let's go do that now while we're live. And when I get halfway across the street, it's going to switch over networks to their networks. We'll go see the big horse dog real quick, and we'll let him out. So we'll hang out over there for about 5 minutes. New York does have really good pizza, Mike. I have to say that. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Hawaii would have the good pizza. Cat's in Hawaii. She's visiting her mother in Hawaii. My aunt, her mother. Yeah. Just in case you thought. All right, hold on 1 second. Man. I don't think I know what I'm talking about here. Hawaii, actually. Hawaii. What's up, Senpei? I was up for 4 hours. Hold on. All right, so yeah, So like I said, the network's gonna switch over from. Hold on 1 second. The network's gonna switch over. All right. So let's see. All right. So like I said, so the network's going to switch over halfway across the street and jump onto their network. So give me a second. And it's not too dark outside considering it's 5 minutes after 9 p.m. All right. So it shouldn't be. It's so beautiful outside. Look how purple the plants are. The flowers. All right. Look at this freaking beautiful skyline. Look where I'm lucky enough, blessed to live. Chi can see. Chi can see. Chi, welcome to my house. Chi, you couldn't see my house last time, Chi, and you didn't get to see the chickens yet because it's too dark. But this is where I live, Chi. Michael was first. Everyone else is after that. That's right. Look both ways. Look both ways. Look both ways. Tell them somebody says okay. Look, there's their cat. There's their cat. Can you see their cat right there? There he is. Oh, there's a bird. All right. Uh, Wait till a grown up says yes. Okay. Like button. Double tap that screen. Double tap the screen if you know what I mean. Look at this backyard. You have a freaking golf course slash football field. Don't do it. All right, sorry, I had to reset the network. No, this is. They're not going to call the cops. I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. Sorry. The chickens are in my house. That's a good doggy. That's a good horse doggy. That's a good horse doggy. Yeah, I'm. Don't worry, everybody. I'm supposed to be here. I'm babysitting. I'm dog and cat sitting their dogs and cat for them until they get back tomorrow. What'd you do? Well, I saw that. What'd you do? What'd you do? Huh? Huh? Oh, there you go. I see. All right, come on. Let's go again. Come on. Okay, yeah, my apologies. I had to restart the live. All right, now the dog's back in. Big old doggy. All right, my apologies. What you doing, dog? Doja later 6,000. The Doja later 6,000. Yeah, they won't call the cops on me. Like I said, I'm supposed to be here. Okay. Oh no, there's the dog. Where's the lights at? Huh? He's acting like he's a puppy. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All right. All right, we're going to switch back networks. So 1 second. All right, my apologies. There we go. Now we're going to go back home again. All right, my apologies. I hope I didn't. I shouldn't have freaking done that, but now we're back. And if Chi comes back, we'll walk up and see the chickens real quick. Sorry, there we go. All right. Shiraj, there we go. How you doing, Shiraj? So I just let my neighbor's dog and cat. I fed them and let the dog out. But yeah, so I'm back now. But yeah, so I apologize. The network went to wackadoodle. Well, you can't really see the chicken's house right now. Yeah, doing good. Yeah, it's too dark out here, so I'm gonna head back inside. But yeah, doing good, Shiraj. Thank you. Lights. Here's my security light. All right, where are we back? All right, there we go. Sorry, back. All right, yeah. All right, there we go. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. They said that's a big ass dog. What's that dog doing in there with that big ass dog? The police. I said, you see these guns right here? You don't want none of this copper. He said, I'm not copper, I'm aluminum. I'm not copper, I'm aluminum. I'm not copper, I'm aluminum. I'm not copper. I'm not copper, I'm aluminum. I'm not copper, I'm aluminum. I noticed yesterday in Discord you have said a few hours of sleep. You have to have a few hours of sleep when talking to someone. Hold on. I noticed yesterday in Discord you have to have a few hours of sleep when talking something of Georgia. Okay, no, so I live in Georgia, Shiraj. Right now it's 9:16 p.m. So 2115 hours is the time here. So a lot of time, and like where I can't remember where you are, Shiraj. Yeah, I don't have your location written on the wall, Shiraj. You say it's not South Africa, right? You're India too. I'm guessing it's India with the wrong. But yeah, so I live in Georgia in the United States, not the country of Georgia, the United States, the state of Georgia in the United States. So yeah, so it yeah, I know your name's Indian, but where do you live? Like where are you currently at? I'm not I think people are afraid to tell me they're Indian or Pakistani or stuff because of the war thing and stuff. Look, I don't care any about you. I don't care at all what your governments do to each other. I love everybody. Oh, you live in Georgia also. Well, there you go. So then, well, you don't have to tell anybody on there. I live about 15 minutes from Atlanta, south. If you know where Peachtree City, Georgia is. Peachtree City, Georgia. Which is, about where I've been living. So that's pretty cool. It looks like so. I know this is racist, but they say there's push start and pull start Indians, right? So one's Hindu. I can't remember what the other ones. The ones that put the dot on their forehead. I know it's racist, but it's funny. Push start, and then there's American Indian, which isn't. I mean, whatever you want to call it, Native American. But I wouldn't. That's the weird thing because you call them Indians, but we called them Indians because we whoever discovered America, they thought they were discovering the West Indies, Indies, India Islands, whatever. They weren't. They didn't. So they thought when they saw people here, they were from India or the West Indies or whatever. All right, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Well, Shiraj, that's pretty damn cool. We're gonna have to. I don't know how old you are. Hopefully, you're of age. I can't see your picture, but you don't look much older than 15. So I'm guessing you had to have heard that joke before. All right, all right. Let me think. Right over here. Hi, everybody. Oh, you know what I should have done? Doesn't matter. But yeah. So, but I'm a. Yeah, I don't care at all about the. My sister, her last name is Khan. Her husband is Pakistani, but her husband's mom is Indian. So her mother-in-law is Indian, you know, but married to a Pakistani. Yeah, well, Pakistan's basically India. They broke off from each other. I know even though they don't like to hear that, but they wanted their own Muslim country. So my sister is married to a non-Muslim Pakistani, and they had an Indian wedding. And the okay, we have some Negro. We got some Negro in. We got some Negro living in Zimbabwe. We got some. Is that a knee? What is? Oh man, I can't see the freaking. What is what? My friend who passed away was Pakistani Indian. Oh, I'm not Morgan. I can't remember. I don't know if you told me her name. That's a sand. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. That passed sway. She passed sway. I'm just swaying. Karen. Is it Karen? Or did she go by Karen? Was it Karen? Oh, I hate trying to pronounce things over text. So, Siraj, how did you know I didn't live? How did you not know I lived in Georgia? I pronounce like Karen. Okay. I wonder if it's Karen, and she just got tired of correcting people, and then it killed her. Sorry, that's rude. That's rude. I apologize to the dead. I yeah, it don't really matter for the story, but yeah, it's pretty dang cool, you know. Super Americanized. You spelled American wrong. She was super Americanized. She had tattoos on her thighs. She was super Americanized. That's cool. I'm not copper. Freeze, copper. I'm not copper. I'm aluminum. Okay, so this is what I want to do here. I want everybody that can think to stop voting Democrat. I just sent our parents one of fake flowers. How can someone be Pakistani and Indian? So her her my sister's father-in-law is Pakistani. The mother-in-law is Punjabi, I believe. I'm not sure exactly where in India. I want to say Punjabi because at the wedding, I've only met them like 3 times, and at the wedding, was one of the big ones. Cat's not talking about my sister. Cat's talking about her, I think. Actually, I don't know which one you guys are talking about anymore. If you're talking about my sister or whatever, yeah. So right, but so that's why when I'm guessing Borchelle, I'm guessing you're talking about. And the thing is, my sister's name is Karen, so we got confused going on here because my sister's now married into the Pakistani Indian thing, and her name's Karen, and this one's and Kat's name's Karen. My sister married a American with the last name of Khan. His parents are Pakistani and Indian. The father-in-law is Pakistani and the mother-in-law is Indian. So their son in America, living in America, is Umar Khan, and so my sister married him, right? So yeah, that my sister has the same kind of story, except for the death part, as Kat's, and my sister is Kat's cousin also, oddly enough. Oddly enough, because she's my sister and Kat's my cousin and my sister's cousin. So yeah, a lot of people named Karen are hanging out with Pakistani and Indians, and the Pakistan only separated from India because they wanted their own Muslim country. Cats everywhere, right? She a hoe, she a hoe. Just kidding, cat. Just playing. Oh, you know what I forgot to do too? Dang, top messages, all messages. Yeah. So oh. Yeah, I might have to rotate this here just for you to get everything here, but this is very important to me. All pink, baby. All pink. All pink, no stink. All pink starburst. I got 2 packs, baby. Yeah, all two packs of all pinks. She was really into white guy. She was really into white guy. The separation was encouraged by the British Crown. I'm sure, just like the American crown previous to Trump was trying to separate Americans by anything they could because they don't care about the country's well-being. They want the Muslim parts to destroy and to take over. So if they can cut their own chunks out that are strictly Muslim, then ask for more, then ask for more, then ask for more until the whole country is Muslimly religious. And that's what they're doing. Of course, white guys, no San Negro for sand knees. No sandy knees for her. You're gonna get me freaking not prostituted. What do they call it when they fire you from YouTube? Canceled. Prosecuted. Not canceled. Yeah. I think that happens to a lot of everybody from every race. Like, I used to find, dude, I think one of the most beautiful women that I've ever seen. Borshel, do you know the African TikToker? The very big afro with the flowers in it. She's so super feminine. She's like 300% black, like the darkest brown you can get before black. Do you know? Let me see. Let me grab my laptop real quick. Hold on. Let me grab it. Hold on one second. Definitely doing this. Oh, I broke something. There we go. Stop. There we go. All right, sorry. Dude, oh, yeah, prostituted. Sorry, my apologies. All right, wait till you see. You probably know her because you're black also. And all black people from Africa know each other. That's what I heard. That's what the white people tell each other. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like, I don't. But yeah, they don't. Dang it. All right. All right, let me see if I can find this real quick. Okay. African TikToker, beautiful black lady. Finest black women on TikTok. And a lot of these chicks are freaking horribly ugly. Okay, here she is. Here she is. Dang, she's freaking gorgeous. But then look, it's called the most beautiful black women on TikTok, and you got this freaking ugly ass chick here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's very pretty at all either. Because you got women like this pretty African woman with afro. But yeah, there you go. Look at, and she's not AI. She's absolutely real. There's some. Yeah, there she is. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. So, and look at that. Look at that hair. This is a different black lady. But yeah. All right, anyway, all right. Ethereal. Ethereal is a good term, right? And she's so soft spoken. She's like, and then when people call her, good Lord, she can feed three babies just with one nipple. She got the feeders. She got the feeders. She got the feeders, baby. Yeah. Milk. But yeah, dude, let me see if I can find any more pictures. All right, here you go. Oh, here you go. Sorry. I feel you, dude. Uh-oh, don't look at that. That was her that was her baby maker. Then you gotta look at me. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Let me see if I can find. And then this crap, dude. Look, listen, dude. Look, Borshel, can you tell the women on your side of the aisle to stop doing blonde hair and platinum. I mean, even though this chick's got some pretty eyes, the platinum hair I hate, so she's got some pretty eyes, but I hate the platinum hair. And then this crap, she looks like a dude with boobs. I don't know. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about people's bodies like that. I sound muffled. Do I still sound muffled? You have to. Okay, hold on. I think Kat's internet's broken, and she keeps saying I'm repeating and I'm muffled. And why does it not say I'm live when I see my jam here? No, that one. Oh, it's fake. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the hair or the person completely? Yeah. Let's see.
I brought a pint of ice cream and
we freezed it.
Hi, my name is Anna.
Port update. Hey.
So when a client comes,
Do you ever?
Nice try.
Sorry. What was I doing? Thanks for validating that, Borchelle. You were muffled. Both. Okay, cool. Thanks for the validation. The appreciation, the validation. Right. I bit my dang cheek so right there. Bit the piss out of it. Hurt. No worries, Kat. I know Richard trusts you. So I have to confirm. I know Richard trusts you. Trust me. Trust you. I know Richard. So I must confirm. So yeah, I can't play the guitar very well. I can play it okay, but I can't like play a guitar like a ringing a bell. Go Johnny, go. He was insulting my internet. Don't insult my internet, B. My family has really good internet. Your family's stupid. My family's internet's better than yours. That's definitely a way people are going to be cutting down, like your mama's fat jokes. No, it's going to be like, you got slow internet jokes. Nah, internet is crazy. Come here to see natural wood. Dude, this is what I'm getting at, my friend. This is what I'm getting at. We are so fake in America, and all of the internet, the toot prostas, all use the same doctors. So they all get the same exact cheeks, the same exact lips, the same exact eyes. They use the same makeup and the same tones, the same size boobs, everything. They all look exactly the same. That when you used to see just one person that looked like Kim Kardashian, you were like, wow, that's hot. But that was a 10. But then when you start adding more 10s, the 10 drops to a 5 because it becomes everybody. 10 doesn't stay 10 if there's more than one 10. 110, 110th grade. Well, one time, my sister and I had Cat, what are you talking about? One time, Cat, this is Cat saying this. One time, my sister and I had a dick measuring contest over our flat irons. Like, who had a bigger flat iron? My flat iron's bigger than yours. My flat iron's been in more hair. Do you know what flat irons are, Borchelle? They're hair devices. They're flat. They're irons that are flat. They got nothing in them, so that when you do this to your hair, it takes the curl out. Like curly hair people. What up, L7 Life? I say L7 all the time. What up, Life 2? Right when I joined the stream, bam. She said hers was better because of the brand. Whatever. Bam, pinned. Right when I joined the stream. Dude, you missed the whole racism earlier. It was rough, dude. Push start, pull start, Indians, sand kneecaps, Borchelle going crazy. I don't know. I love that we're past the bullshit that the Democrats did to America and the liberals. Like, I want to be called a big a big white nose a white big ass a big no a big a I want to be called a white ass big nose a white nose having big nose having white ass mother, and I want to be able to say you're a freaking stupid voice having black mother, because it's a descriptive word. I don't give a shit about your race. And the thing is, look, if you dye your skin blue, you're a stupid blue. It doesn't have anything to do with your race. It happens to do with, it's a descriptive term. If you got a big fat necklace on, you're a big fat necklace having mother. And if I really want to get in, then we're going to throw your skin color in there too. But I don't care about your race. Like, everybody's an individual. So like I I would make love to a beautiful black African queen. Absolutely. For minutes. 3 or 4 on end. So yeah, so it's not like, oh my God, she's black. That's racist, right? Yeah. What did I miss? Not literal meaning. Uh, yeah, they took their flat irons. I guess they were acting like their flat irons were doolollies. Why are we talking about measure? Because girls are crazy, life. Girls are crazy. Not literal measuring. They probably did this and said, "Oh, my flat iron's big." Oh, you can't see my flat iron's bigger than your flat iron. Oh no, mine, no, that's sword fight. Oh. I'm guessing that's what happened. Basically, I was excited about how I brought my flat iron on vacation because it was new and a good brand, but she thought that hers was better because it was a dry bar. Ah, okay, says Borchell. It was just really silly of the both of us. No, we didn't act like that. We didn't act like they were doolollies. You called it a dick measuring contest. How did you expect me to render that in my head? What you could have just said, we had a flat iron measuring contest, but you said a dick measuring contest with flat irons, which means flat iron dick measuring contest. Yeah, that's way less weird. My apologies. Yeah, I tell you, life, you came in at the right time. I meant because our logic. Oh, what I missed. I meant because our logic. Okay, gotcha. Your logic. Okay. All right, Sherrod, brother, no problem, brother. Oh, I see now why you got mixed up. Yeah. Now you can see because you used the word yuck. Lately, I've been stressed, like carrying heavy weight. Thought it was life or work. Nope, turns out these nuts are heavy, weighing me down all the time. Dude, wait till there's nuts around your neck. Wait till those nuts are around your neck. You know, weighing you down, man. And dude, I want to see you make a video where you got that, where you're like this in the video, and you're like, man, I feel like, I had a weight pulling me down, and I just realized that it was these nuts. You better freaking do it. I'm gonna send these nuts to you all the way to Denmark for this joke. You better freaking do it. I don't care if you gotta wear a mask or do an AI face or whatever. You better. And they're gonna be big old nuts too, dude. What I missed? Richard, come up, be my guest, stay as much as you wish. Mikasa, it's two costs. Brother, freaking, I would love to. You would not need any money. Your money is no good. Brother, I will 100% take you up on that offer. It may be 6 months, unless something really good happens with me and Kat's company within the next month or two. But yeah, absolutely. I'm all about that. Let's absolutely do that. I totally want to go to Zimbabwe. I totally want to hang out with my boy Borchel. I want to call you Borchel in a local pub, drinking Zimbabwean liquor. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to get drunk to the point where we got our arms around each other. And he's like, this is my boy from America. He's crazy, man, I tell you. I can't talk African yet. And that will be a very good time for me to perfect my African, my Zimbabwean accent. Oh, I'll be a much happier person. I'll be so much happier. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you what. I 100% will take you up. No rush. Just be careful, local women here. They do have deep. Hey, that's all right. I can help them out with that. I can help them out with that. Let down. ND. Too bad you're too bad you're communist. I love life. I love this. This is so great. I'm so glad I quit my job. This is so great. ND's getting nuts around his neck. Borchel's gonna get drunk with me. And then I gotta visit you, Beats. So Beats. I don't know if I'd rather you come to America. Would you rather, ND? Would you rather? I'm not saying how awesome I am, but if we had a way to pay for either trip, would you rather show me around Denmark, or would you rather me show you around Atlanta, Maryland? I'm human. After all, that is a song. It is absolutely a song. They do not allow EU citizens in this country. They do not allow. They probably don't. Like, you definitely. There's some freaking problems going on in the world. I'm only a human with flesh and blood today. Right? Is that what we're talking about? I'm only a human. Or I'm a human after all. Let's see. Man, I still have that beautiful freaking black baby.
Back it up.
Sorry. I'm only human. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. All right, let's see. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Rag and Bone Man, human? Is that what it is? Is that what we're doing? Rag and Bone Man, human. My bad. Okay, let me listen to this. 2 years ago. Dude, listen, and this is the problem. Do you know only four black people were killed by police last year in America? 4. And they were armed. Okay? So, I'm sorry, unarmed. But by unarmed, that means they were shot when they didn't have the gun in their hand. So if they had a gun and then threw it, then that was considered unarmed. But yeah, 4. It's propaganda, my buddy. I promise you. It's all because the Democrats want to stay in power and keep robbing the treasury. So they lie. They pay newscasters get paid about $25 million a year because they're lying, and they're willing to lie blatantly to the world and ruin their lives, basically. Because once they get found out, they ain't going to be able to do nothing. But so they're going to have $100 million or whatever. Dude, right, listen, being Asian, you are basically, you're basically royalty in America. You're above white for sure. Right. It's very, very rare. And like, yeah, absolutely. Dude, and I'm talking about, I'm in Atlanta too, like and most of the cops are black anyway. Like, and they're not, a lot of time, and this is weird too, a lot of the times when there's police violence, it's usually the cop used to be in a gang when he was 14, so he had beef with this guy. So here he is. Now he pulled him over 20 years later while one dude's a cop, and they do what crazy shit like that too. But yeah, it's really crazy. And Andy, I know what I'm talking about. Oh right, right. So Kat was in the freaking trenches. She worked as a correctional officer in a freaking prison, not a jail, not jail is like where you go because you got pulled over for drinking and driving and you go there but they let you out the next day. That's jail. Short time. Prison is where you go for a year or more. I believe that's where it's set up. I think 6 months or less is you stay in jail, and 6 months or more you go to prison. Maximum security prison is like 10 years. Like you're violent, you got to shoot people. If people are getting stabbed just for farting in their sleep, and then they'll kill you. 18 months or more. Okay, right. And there you go. 18 months or more. Right. Right. Yes, but absolutely. But yeah, and brother, I tell you, it's crazy. Like let me tell you about the whole trans and gay thing. They say, oh, gay people are being slaughtered by the millions. Trans people are being killed. No. Trans people are killing trans people. Gay people are killing gay people. Lesbians are killing lesbians. It's not the police killing these people and stuff like that. It's all bullshit. There are a lot of corrupt cops, that's true, but they're not going, right, they steal money. They're not just there to kill people. Most of the corrupt cops are there to get, they're corrupt to get more money, not power. Sometimes they do, but yeah, mostly it's money. Mostly it's like, oh, they did a drug bust and $50,000 was there, but when they got to the police station, only $40,000 was there. Because they stole that kind of corruption. But yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not just shooting people. It's crazy. But this is the power of the media. Ouch. This is the power of the media. You're gonna eat what they feed you. This is the power of the media. You're gonna eat what they feed you. A bottle of wine and a plate full of lies. They'll take something good in disguise. The media, you're gonna eat what they feed you. Bring the freaking 80s back, what I'm saying. What I'm saying. But no, 100%, I would absolutely love a billion times over to go to Africa or Denmark. I'd say I mean I'll go to Denmark too, absolutely. But absolutely would go. What up, Sunday? What up, Sunday? Sunday. What up, Sunday? That's not fun. Doing that every single time. Senfei comes back and says, "Hey, what up, guys? What up, man? What you doing, Senfei? Senfei, where do you live? You always say no when I ask, right? I don't care if you don't want to tell me. When I get tired, I always ask people. Or some people have. They seem to come in so late. Dang it, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Senfei, you're from Georgia too? That's crazy. 11 seconds. Yeah, that you can. So no. What? No. What? No way, Senfei. Hold on. Flowery Branch, Georgia. Dude. Okay, look. Okay, City of Flowery Branch. Okay, we're gonna do this. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Let me go back here. All right, Pine Street, Georgia. All right, so hold on. We can go here. Okay, restaurants. Denmark is pretty boring. No, dude, you should definitely come here, dude. You should definitely come here. ND to the beats. Flowery Branch. Okay, let me find something here. Atlanta Falcons. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find. Okay, look here. Directions to Flowery Branch, Georgia. Okay, it's an hour and 20 minutes from me. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, dude. And I'm gonna tell you, like, this is exciting as hell. We've got living where I live. There's so much going on. Like, I live like in the country, but 45-minute drive or 30-minute drive. 30-minute drive. We're in the city. There's freaking everything to do. There's the world's. I think it's the world's largest. I thought it was called maybe it's America's largest go-kart track and one of the fastest go-kart tracks. It's 3 levels, 3 floors. It's got all kinds of whack doodle stuff, all kinds of what do they call them? Not go-karts. Yes, go-karts, but the click, 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 yay! Yay! What do you do? Yay! Six Flags, they're called amusement parks. Gainesville, yeah, that's kind of near me too, also. Yeah, but then, sorry, then like bars and parks and just other stuff to do. A lot of music, a lot of probably your favorite hip hop came out of the Atlanta area, and yeah, and so it's close. Prostitution, homelessness, drive-by shooting, just 35 minutes. Yeah. And because of all the prostitution, homelessness, drive-by shootings, and robberies, there's lots of hip hop. That's basically where rap is bred. Ouch. What am I missing here? I lost my thing. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'm going back. I call it to prosta. To prosta. Toot. I say dumb shit. 1, 2, 3. Gainesville, yeah. Directions to Gainesville. No, I was wrong. Gainesville, Florida. What was I thinking of? What's it in Georgia? Georgia cities that start with G. Gainesville. Yeah, Gainesville, Georgia. Directions to Gainesville, Georgia. Yeah, okay, it's an hour. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's an hour and a half from me. But yeah, that's north. It's almost the same distance, Senfei. Hour and a half. But yeah, there's lots of cool stuff. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. And I got that pink. All pink. You got to watch that stink get to all pink. I say stupid stuff. I tell you what. Say stupid stuff. I tell you what. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Bang. There's your boy, dude. We live. This is weird. We live. All right, bam. That's what I'm saying. We can also do that. All messages, all top messages. Bang. Dang it. Do it again. Dang it. Bam. There we go. My apologies. I hit the wrong button. I'm not afraid of it though. All messages. There we go. But Borchel, what do the big cities near you not do they not have all of the above? I'm not saying that they might be closer or farther than 30 minutes from you, but you know what I mean. But when I wake up, I lived a short time in Lenox Park near. Yeah, dude, I know exactly where that's at. Ed Zachary, like very close. Look, watch. Look, there we go. Directions to Buckhead. 50 minutes. 52 minutes. Bam. So yeah, it's pretty close. So Atlanta is 35 minutes to like cross the border basically, and then another 20 minutes or so to get into just north to like Buckhead. But yeah, Lenox Park, we go there. We like me and my brother. Okay, my sister came down. When we went to the Georgia botanical gardens and stuff like that. That's all up by there. And then like my mom likes to go to Lenox Mall to go to there's a sushi restaurant in there. So when my mom's birthday and stuff, my sister will fly down, my brother will come down and meet up with my parents. We go up there. Even when I was living in Maryland, we would fly down. Me and my brother would fly down with my sister. And yeah, before I moved down here, when my mom and dad were still down here minding their lonesome. Best thing I ever did was getting the frop out of Baltimore. That shithole Democrat run shithole. Sorry, I do no things. But yeah, there are some bougie malls there. Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the first Tesla dealerships, they didn't have a dealership. They just drove or dropped off some Teslas at Lenox Mall, and people could just drive around like the Lenox Mall parking lot. They actually an area of the parking lot they left empty, so you could hit the gas and go over to like 100 miles an hour real quick in the parking lot, so you could see how kick-ass they were. I don't know if it was just the Roadsters back then. This was a while ago. This was like 15 years ago or something. Maybe, something like that. I can't remember how many years ago they sold the Roadsters. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, let me see here. Let's see, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I like Atlanta, but I'll be living a sure. No. Yeah, I would not live in Atlanta. No. No, I'm very happy living where I live. Like very happy living where I live, dude. I mean, you can ask Kat. We got like the house that we got down here. The house. I don't know if she was under my brother's house. My brother's house also. He got it for 170,000. Like 11 years ago. It was a fixer-upper, but I'm in construction. My father taught me and my brother a lot of construction stuff. I was in construction for the movie business, a carpenter. So I helped him do a lot of work there, and he's got I put hardwood and everything. It's probably worth almost 300,000 now. So and the house that my parents got, $200,000, probably now worth damn near 500,000. Bunch of land. We got a bunch of land. I was just all Buckhead was cool. Do you know what MARTA stands for, Barchel? Sorry, that's racist. It's funny though because Borsel's African. Buckhead was cool, right? Yeah. Buckhead. I've never like hung out in Buckhead. I mean, for like days on end. I've never like 'cause I never like lived up there. So I'd go up for the day. I went to like Little Five Points and then woke up at some chick's house and then got a ride home. Or when Kat. I can't remember if you were dating. You weren't dating Rick back then, Kat? I don't think. When we all went to the comedy, we went to go to the comedy club. Where do we go? We went out when the dude with the stick in the side of my car and all that stuff. Yeah, Midtown. Midtown's good. Not to us. I'm African. Sorry. Not to us. MARTA. They say MARTA stands for Moving Africans Rapidly Through Atlanta. Racists are funny, but I'm telling you what, probably a black fella that came up with a joke. Black fella. We went to Little Fives, yeah. I can't remember where we went. We went to a restaurant/bar, I think. Yeah, I think so. I can't really remember, right? Yeah. MARTA in there, I don't know what's going. Like they've got like 3 apps you can download for MARTA. 2 of them don't work, but like people have like, okay, heard it right. That's a great one. I think it's funny. I like when people are creative. So like we had the light rail in Maryland. I can't remember. There was a good acronym for, let me, like, if I look it up. What's the racist acronym for light rail in Maryland? You know, what good is freaking AI if you can't find freaking racist jokes? Yeah, oh, I can't find it. Yeah, shit, freaking Elon. I used a MARTA card. Yeah. Let me preface my situation. I didn't want to use MARTA. I had a broken down vehicle, and the only way that I could get around without having to jam a lamb and do whatever, was I didn't have a credit card in order to get a Uber or whatnot. So I had to be able to get. I had cash. And so you can't get cabs anymore unless you prepay, unless you wave one down. There ain't no freaking cabs driving around anymore. So yeah, I wanted to take it home. So I started downloading the apps. I asked like bums and stuff. And they're like, yeah, download the app. So I downloaded the app. And then it was like I downloaded the app, I got the account, blah, blah, blah. And then I go to schedules. And it was like 2012, and it's all it went up to. So like, oh, that one got replaced in 2012 with something else. Then there was another one, same thing. It stopped at like 2019. Yeah, AI almost left. AI wants to ruin our lives. Yeah. What up, Sprout? What up, Sprout? Sprout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. Yeah, Sprout. You probably don't know that song. Shout by Tears for Fears. Shout. Let it all out. Yeah, Sprout. ND was here just a minute ago. He might be back. Let me see, man. MARTA is interesting, mate. Dude, many interesting creatures. Let me see where am I at? 33%. Yeah, there was, I think his name's Randy. He's got the biggest penis in Atlanta. Have you heard about him? Okay, let me see if I can find him. Little 5 points, Randy, biggest penis. Randy from Little 5 Points, biggest penis in Atlanta. Obituaries for a man in Little 5 Points. Damn it. Obituary for man in Little 5 Points with the big penis. I sent her a message on Porsche. I sent her a message. I sent her a message on Discord. Man in Little 5 Points known for having a big penis. Man in Little 5 Points known for having a big penis. Why does it keep going off? Man in Little 5 Points with big penis. Urban Legends, Mr. Potato Dick. Here he is. Terry. His name was Bicycle Shorts, man. Okay, listen. So the dude stood on the same corner every day that Yelp actually has his location pinned. His name, yeah, it wasn't his name was Terry, not Randy. So yeah, so look, and they called him Bicycle Shorts Man. He stood on the corner of Briarcliff and Ponce de Leon, just sitting there in Little 5 Points, showing his goods. And wait, hopefully I can find a picture. There he is, dude. Wait till you see this freaking dude. Hold his camera. Bam. Bam. And they called him Potato Dick. And he stood right by this sign, so they edited the sign because that's where he stood, and he passed away. But yeah, they called him Terry Potato Dick. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see, but there he is. Terry Potato Dick, little 5 points. Stop showing that. And they made a movie about him. They made a documentary about him. Big D, Potato Dick, the spandex dude, but they ended up calling him bicycle shorts man. Bicycle shorts man, little 5 points documentary. Mr. Understood, the Willie Terry story. Dang it, Willie. Yes, Willie Terry. Yeah, so people talk, dude. If you watch this, I really would love to show it. I would love to show it. People were like, dude, man, I would never take my girl by him. He was packing, and if I was having a date, and I got like a little 4 or 5 inch, going normal, and he's got this man, and I would never take my girl past there. Man, it was embarrassing. He was always out there. But damn, how do they grow that big? It's awesome. It's like, and then when he died, people were like, what will ND's mom come back to the chat, right? Many interesting creatures out there, definitely. So no, I didn't. He should get a pension for that. Randy the Beast. So yes, he got a documentary and he passed away. But yeah, I really wish I could watch things like that without getting jam-related. Jam-related. Dude. Come on, dang. Mr. Understood, the Willie Terry story. Slow ass hut. He was Asian, Rip the Champ. Do you know... Borchell, do you remember this guy? Do you remember him? Starring your main man. Do you remember him from the...
My age is 55, which I just turned 55 a week ago. And I was raised in Atlanta, born in Atlanta, and never left Atlanta.
Yeah, my name is Jay Dog. Y'all here to ask about this crazy cat who be out here with a hard on the bicycle. That's real. What y'all want to know about it?
What you want to know about him? Street celebrity. Well, we'll go over it sometime. I would love to actually, I would love to actually have an Atlanta night, and like maybe on the Discord we can actually use the stage. Yeah, I'd love to do that and share something like that and have movie night. Because I definitely want to do movie night, but I don't think we're ready to sit down for 2 hours and watch a movie. I think something like this, like a 10-minute thing about the documentary, about the area, about things that I've wackadoodle stuff I've known about my life and things like this. I think that'd be really cool. Because I have a brain full of stuff, a heart full of stuff that, needs picking. I think it'd be pretty cool. And then I believe that people have, maybe not Mr. Potato Dick, But people in their own towns that have what you calls people that's crazies that stand on the corner that do different things. Like I remember in Baltimore, there was people that you would pay to watch your car. Like say you had a nice car, like a Porsche or whatever, and you're in Baltimore, and people would steal it. They just because they didn't have a Porsche, they would throw ketchup on it or whatever. So you paid him $10 an hour, and he would stand right there at your car and just pace around your car. And if anything did happen, if a bird shit on it, he'd wipe it off, and then he'd let you know he wiped it off. He'd show you the tissue, and then he'd ask for a tip, and you'd give him a tip. I mean, I never had to because I always had pieces of shit cars. But yeah, I mean Lamborghinis and stuff, and hundreds of dollars. This guy made his money being the car. And I gotta imagine he's dead by now. But this was in Fells Point. I don't know if Cat has any, if I don't know if Cat did a lot of time up in Fells Point or not, like I did. I mean, I played in Fells Point bars as a musician and stuff like that, and so I know it pretty well. Oh yeah, but crazy, people that's what they do. It's like, and I don't know what it is mentally that causes people. I mean, it's got to be some sort of mental disorder of point, but they end up. It's interesting how the community, like, was it his idea to start watching cars? Was it his idea to be the car protector? And then like maybe he was hungry and somebody was like, "Hey, if you watch my car, I'll give you X amount of dollars." So then he's like, "Okay," and it worked for him. So then it became his gig. Because people don't usually hang out for an hour. So if you're asking for $10, and if he's asking for $10 an hour, and you go into a place for 5 minutes, you're going to throw him a 20 or whatever. Especially if you clean your windshield and whatever. But and it drew attraction to you and your car. Like it gave you more status because you had a guard for your vehicle. So like, people were like, who's the guy that owns this car that's got the guard? So if you and your girl, if you wanted Ava, what's up? So right, so that having the guy that would guard your car. So if you had a first date or somebody and you wanted to enhance your social status, you'd pull up. You'd let him know, hey, I'm going to be here tonight, blah blah blah. So he would see your car and he'd run over and he'd be like, hey boss, I'm sorry I'm late. So like the girl's thinking, who's this guy? And you're like, this is my guard. And you'd be like, okay, thank you. Slide him a 20, and then you would take your girl to dinner, and then on the way back, you would settle up with him or whatever. But yeah, so that was the guard. I can't remember his name, and yeah, definitely he would guard your car. He would walk around your car. He would like pace it like it was. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we had a bunch of interesting people, and like. The bottle sitter, the guy that was talking about sitting on bottles. Remember Cat, the stripper that we talked about that put the quarters on top of the bottle. That's crazy too. Okay, so we have in Borshell. Do you know about the place strippers go to die? It's the Grandma Strip Club. What's it called? Oh, I don't want to look it up. I think I know it, but I can't remember it. The Cardiac, not Cardiac. That's funny though. Cardiac. That would be a good name for it, for the strip club. So when women are strippers in their 20s and 30s, nobody wants them as wives. So what do? When they can't strip anymore, they continue to strip. They're in their 60s and 70s and still stripping because they need money. They don't have husbands and kids. Dang it. Strip club in Atlanta, old strippers. The Claremont Lounge. Claremont Lounge is the Atlanta's oldest strip club. Although the basement began in 1955 as an upscale supper club, it was reborn as the Claremont. But so if we go here to images, all right. Okay, this is Blondie. She's a 65 year. I mean, she doesn't look that in the picture. She's a 65-year-old grandma, and she still does tricks like with pasties and stuff like that. Yeah, here she is. This is the New York Times. Sex in the Super Bowl, world famous strip clubs and big online games. But yeah, so anyway, but yeah, that's the Claremont Lounge. The Claremont Lounge. Claremont Lounge, free parking. Look at that. Claremont Hotel and Lounge. Grandma standing out front with gray hair to invite people in, smoking a cigarette. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you can't, you've been a stripper your whole life. Oh no, dude, no. Here's the ladies, dude. Look at this, dude. Look at grandma. Grandmas. It's rough, dude. I'm definitely getting banned for that. But yeah, dude, Claremont Lounge. So Anthony Bourdain, and if you know the chef Anthony Bourdain, people paying them left and right. Dude, no, it's the exact opposite. So they do old school. Okay, do you remember? Oh, not Borscht, not Bord. Is it Bordello? What's the thing? I can't remember what they used to call the theatrics, strip club theatrics. They have pasties that have the tinsel or tassels hanging off, and they can go like this and make them like spin in different directions. They can make the egg disappear and stuff like that. So they can do old school tricks that they used to do before. I can't remember what the term was used for strip clubs back in the day, where they did shows like that. It wasn't just showing their naked holes on stage on a pole. They actually like danced, and they were like comedians, comedians. Yeah, but no. Anthony Bourdain, the chef, and the other famous Atlanta chef, Antonio. No, Anton. Damn it. Famous Atlanta chef. Atlanta chef TV network. I mean Food Network. Food Network Atlanta chef. Alton Brown. No, Alton Brown and Alton Brown and I'll show you in a second. This guy here, Anthony Bourdain. It's kind of hard to see. Let me just look up. That's Anthony Bourdain right there. Anthony Bourdain at Claremont Lounge. There he is. That's Anthony Bourdain and Alton Brown at the Claremont Lounge. So yeah. But he's dead now. Antonio Banderas. But yeah, it's cool. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna. Where's I at here? One of the questions recess. Oh. There we go. What are you looking at, Popeye? All right, cool. We done did it. Dude, great. I mean, like I said, I left it, but it's doing great, dude. They're building more studios faster than they can fill. They're filling them faster than they can build them, and they're building them as fast as they can. So yeah, like the existing studios, they're putting more sound stages. They're building more sound stages because everything's so full. And listen, so Georgia's not taxing Hollywood here. So that's why they're not doing it in any other state. Like Maryland was called the Hollywood of the East until the Democrats said, no, we're going to charge you your fair share. And then they said, F you, and left to Georgia. So now it's called Y'allywood down here. No, what do you mean? It's absolutely booming. I mean, look. Let me see if I can find anything now. It's absolutely. But here's the problem. They're doing a lot of pre-production. I mean, but I don't know what he's talking about. Let's see. Dude, Pinewood. Hold on, let me just show you. I don't know what. Look, everywhere is they're doing movies overseas because everything is filled. There's new studios being pre-booked. They're not even built yet, and they're being pre-booked. The reason they're being done overseas is because there's no room to do them in America. Right, but hold on. Let me see what I was doing. How many movies are being filmed in Atlanta right now? How many film jobs? Fuck. How many films? How many films are being filmed in Georgia right now? Okay, well, you got a bunch right there. Ironheart. So just these, but I could. No, Rick's not a writer. He's I don't know, what is he doing now? Okay, electrical. So grip work probably. So he's doing post production, but there's a problem too. So me as a jamalama, as a carpenter slash rigging grip. So after someone like me would come in and build the sets, the painters and stuff would come in, and then rigging and grip would come in. So the way it works is there's no ceilings in Hollywood. There's no ceilings. So they have the walls, and then at the top of the wall, because there's no ceiling to keep everything's wobbly. There's no ceiling to keep everything together. So you got 4 walls that make up a room, right? And the ceiling holds it together to keep it from falling apart. Well, there's no ceilings. That way you can get the camera in and stuff like that. So they tie from the top of the wall to the overhead rigging. They tie it like that. So that's what he does also. It must feel like we found someone younger and cheaper, right? Well, there's huge things, but there's so much stuff going on in Atlanta right now. All of the studios are booked, and all of the studios are building more room. And like it's not just movies though. It's movies, it's streaming shows, it's video games, it's all that. It's all a lot. There's like Hulu, Netflix. All those guys have places to die. And then we have things like Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if Wheel of Fortune's here or not. But Jeopardy was here for a little bit. It was a subset, and Family Feud's here. So and like there are a lot of other game shows that aren't big. There aren't huge game shows, and there are a lot that are being filmed. They're pilots and stuff. So think about all the pilot shows also. So somebody's like, "Oh, I got an idea," and people are like, "Here's a bunch of drug money. Go make it happen." So and they film like a few episodes of whatever, or they film, like they film their own type of Jeopardy, their own game show, and they need $50,000 cash prize. And so this is all done in these studios, So yeah, it's really huge. The big problem is you better join a crew like my brother's crew. Like they're called the Kung Fu Grips. Yeah, like the Kung Fu Grip. The Kung Fu, because they're grips, and they call them the Kung Fu Grips. So they do more than just movies, TVs, and stuff like that. They'll do like electrical type work, lighting and stuff for stage, also theater, and not just movies. That kind of, Brian is not film, but he's getting work. Yeah. So, and that's a big thing. The me's are getting the work. So the new stuff is being built. The new stuff has to be built before they come in. And a lot of people, because of the Democrats making all the bullshit, I'll shut up, that a lot of people are still on benefits. They're not going back to work. So the stuff's not getting built as fast as it should. right? So you need people like me to build the sets, then people like Brian and Rick to come in to rig the sets, light the sets, and get all that going, right? So the problem is they're like 1,500 people short, 1,500 me's short in just our union, just local 479. So they need a bunch of people because they can't build it fast enough. And I think they were hoping that AI would be able to digitally do the sets, but they can't. They can't do it and have people interact with it properly yet. They will. It will happen, but yeah, it's not yet. That's pink, boy. What? Yeah. Construction and pre-production. Yeah. Amazon Prime movies and videos, Hulu series, Tyler Perry series, Tyler Perry movies, Marvel Disney, random reality, feature films. Yeah, there's just so much stuff. I think Tyler Perry's got dozens of things. Just Tyler Perry. We call him TP for short. Toilet paper. I could, yeah. No, look, I get calls every day. I get texts every day. What you doing? You want a job? You want one? What you on? What show you on? I say, I'm on 110th grade. Where are they filming that at? I say, South Atlanta. I hope I don't have to go back. Me and Kat and I have a lot coming up. We got a lot of stuff done when she came down. We got a Kickstarter ready to go. They've already okayed it. I got the 3D printer to do the prototype built. I'll finish that tomorrow night. The alignment, everything. When it says prints. Sorry, I'll stop chewing this ship. Maria. 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 Maria, Maria, Maria. Moana. I always do this. I don't know why. Maria, Maria, Maria. Monica. But yeah. Cornell. Anyway. How you doing, Maria? How you doing, Maria? That's like a machine. What do you mean? Maria, where are you at? Where are you located, girl? You went, what country or state or city or whatever are you in? You don't gotta tell me you don't want to. I don't remember asking. But yeah, so yeah, me and Kat have a product. We have a website. We've got the podcast. We've got the online stuff. We got multiple products. We got a bunch of stuff. Jam-related. Don't do it. Where's here? Miami. I'm in Georgia. I'm just north of you. You know what's weird? Hardcore Southerners from Georgia don't consider Florida the South. Which is weird. And I only knew that when I first moved to Florida, and we first moved to Georgia, and people were like, you Northerners are messing us up. Like, you the man. Yeah. But then they were like, you Northerners come messing us up. And then she actually said, like you Floridians or your Miami with your cocaine coming here. And I'm like, cocaine, Miami? I'm like, Miami's south of Georgia. You know, but yeah, she was, I think she had like a big cocaine problem. And then like, she like broke her brain. Yeah. So. She's like, you Northerners bringing your problems here, like you Floridians with your cocaine. I'm like, Florida? We're in Georgia. I'm like, I remember thinking, I'm like, no, Florida is definitely south of Georgia. Right, Nick, right, Marie? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah, but people are crazy. So, Maria, we were talking about a guy named Terry. Oh, I forgot his name. Terry. Let me see. Let me find it real quick. Mr. Potato. I'm only human. Where am I at? Dang, there we go. Let me mute it real quick. Okay, so like this guy here, Maria. Sorry. So there's this guy. It's a bad photo, but this guy from oh, it says what's loading the content, but this is straight from Atlanta. And they were talking about this guy that used to stand on the corner. This guy here, his name was Terry, Willie Terry, and he's got a big old jamalama in his pants. And so like he used to just stand there on the same corner and everybody talked about it. They called him Spandex Dude and Mr. Potato Doolally. But so we were talking about interesting people in our cities. Like this guy here, what he was known because for like 10 years he was on the same corner, like just waved to people as they go by with his big old jamalama in his pants. And yeah, and it's like, and then like I was talking about in Baltimore, there was a guy, like we guess he was homeless, but we never saw him sleeping on the streets and stuff. And I spent a lot of time in Baltimore, a lot. And like he would watch people's cars. They would pay him for, like he was like the guard. He was like the if you had like a nice car and you parked it, you would pay him and he'd just walk around your car, like in circles around your car. And if a bird pooped on it, he'd grab tissues and clean the bird poop off, and you'd get an extra tip for it. Like these people that have these crazy minds, and they're known, they're like famous. They're more famous than a lot of like the local bands and stuff because so many hundreds of thousands of people have seen these people do their stuff. It's not good at all. It was better when you were on mute. Girl, you mean you ain't never seen Mr. Potato Dongle? That guy that walks up and down Ponce with a cane wearing tight biker shorts and his thingy way down to his knees. um, my sister-in-law, as is Emery, said that it's actually an inguinal hernia, and he wears spandex to keep his insides from falling out. He might be homeless, but he was not sleeping in the streets. No, absolutely not. He might be homeless, but he ain't bedless. He ain't sexless. No. I guarantee, like these chicks wait till their friends go to bed and they're like, okay, I'm gonna leave. And they go around the corner and then they wait till like 11 p.m. and they drive by and say, hey, Mr. Potato Dick, can I give you a ride? Oh, not crazy. Not crazy. Yeah. What's going on? Is this place still? I wonder if straight from the A even. Wow. It's still up here, it looks like. Oh, what a crap website. Yeah, it's definitely a crap website. Wow, what a crap site. Yeah, he's definitely not bedless. Oh no! Wow, this website's still up. Legal drama, blah, blah, blah. Zero content. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You gotta, if you got it like that, you let it be known. It don't much matter. Hey, my man. It looks like you by now. You need a place to take a shower and eat something to eat. Let mama help you out. Let mama help you out. Maybe you can help mama out. You can help mama out. Sure, Mr. Potato. We're gonna have mashed potatoes. We're gonna mash those potatoes, boy. They go around the corner and the guy's not there, and then they think that biatch Julie, goddamn, I hate her guts. Julie, you better bring him back here, Julie. Texting her mad as hell, half drunk off of like white Zinfandel, and be like, biatch, you better bring him back here, Julie. I was getting all revved up. Julie says, I ain't got good service. I'll call you back in the morning. I'll call you back tomorrow. My battery dead. You know damn well that's what's happening. Absolutely. And then he's like, "Don't worry, ladies. There's plenty of potatoes to go around. There's plenty of potatoes to go around." Oh man, I love freaking Atlanta, dude. It's crazy, and I can foresee these conversations. Absolutely. I foresee. And I wonder like what they called him. And like you don't tell your friends probably, right? She wouldn't like do you think Julie like if Barbara didn't know Julie took Potato home, do you think she'd call him and be like, "Hey, Mr. Potato Dick that stands on the corner of blah 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 and Ponce? I took him home last night, girl. He did it right. That meat, he turned me inside out, girl." I bet you they don't say shit. I bet you they don't say nothing. Because if that guy's swinging a golden hammer, they're not telling. Because women ain't gonna let that go. They're not gonna. They're absolutely not. They're gonna absolutely lie. Poor guy. He was all fed and in bed every night. He was just looking for recognition. He was just looking for the fame. Right? He got everything else. He got the women. He got the loot. He got what he wants. I mean, most people want the fame. They don't want the money, or they'll trade the money for the fame. Yeah. So he had what he needed. He was swinging a hammer. Right? Yeah, fed in bed every night. Just looking for, that's it. Yeah. And now that he's dead, they have a sign up. It's a caution sign. Let me see. I forgot his name already. Atlanta's Terry Potato Dick sign. Yeah, so they put that sign up. You see, they put a big old dongle there too. So they got that sign up for him where he used to stand. That's amazing. I mean, think about it, dude. Think about like people. I mean, it don't take too long to make a sign like that, but somebody freaking made a sign, painted it all up, probably a couple of coats of clear coat, climbed it up, drilled some freaking pilot holes, put some big ass. It looks like they put some freaking. They used washers too, so it's like they actually did it right. It looks like they used strapping too. Like they're keeping this sign up. They got like some freaking Yeah, they ain't playing around. But you know, it's unfortunate he didn't realize this. You know, he didn't realize that he had the hearts and the holes, I mean souls of Atlanteans until after he died. Oh, I say stupid stuff. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, cool. All right, let me get some. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Can you imagine his grand? Dude, I bet you, I bet you dollars to donuts. There's a lot of black men around here that's raising that man's kid. I bet you there was some woman or lots of women that had a husband or a man and they were trying to have a kid and it just wasn't working out and she was just like driving down, you know, got all mad because she ain't a mom yet and she's all getting all drunk at little 5 points and drives by freaking Willie Terry and she's like, get in, make it happen. And bam, 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 bam. Now Willie Terry's got little Willie Terry coming out in 9 months. And mama goes back home and says, honey, do it to me. And it says, oh, I think I'm pregnant. And oh, it's so good. We're pregnant. And raising a swinger here. Our grandpa, yes. Can you imagine his granddaughter too? Right. So, right. Well, he did a lot of things. That's what the last thing he did. But before that, he was in the Navy when he was 19 years old. And then he worked for Bethlehem Steel in the steel plant. He worked for Bethlehem Steel in the machine shops and everything. And then after he retired, like he became a teacher. After he retired, he went back to Bethlehem Steel, and he was their consultant, like on their company or something. Bethlehem Steel. We're talking about like the biggest steel manufacturer in the world. And they used his information, and you wonder how I got so smart. He was smart. They draped the American flag on him when he passed since he was a veteran. Yeah. I'm telling you, Borshell, he got some kids, dude. He's got. I'm telling you. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. There's going to be a documentary and stuff. Whenever the Republicans get into office down here in Atlanta, like local Atlanta, and then they're going to go ahead and they're going to be like, all right, we're going to flip this script. We're going to make DNA tests at birth the law, and then people are going to go back and get all this. They're going to get all this DNA, or all these 23andMe's are going to get done, and they're all going to point to like 70 different people pointing to Willie Terry, and it's going to be explosive that this guy Willie Terry sired 70 kids or something. Tell you more about what? Tell me more, Richard. About Willie Terry? Tell me more, tell me more. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Dude, do you know that in France, DNA tests are illegal? Paternity tests are illegal because they figured that the women are such sluts, such prostitutes that it would destroy society because so many men would realize how many of the children that they're raising aren't theirs because they promote free love. So, you know, I'll show you. France does not allow DNA tests because it would ruin society. You are absolutely right that France has strict laws regulating DNA testing, particularly direct-to-consumer tests. While the statement that is because it would ruin society is an oversimplification, the rationale behind the laws concerns potential impact on family dynamics and societal values. So they know that it would break up a bunch of families, and then what would happen is they would all ask for government money. All the women would lose the support from the men that are paying for the kids that aren't theirs because the women hoarded it out for freaking 40 years. Feminism, dude, right? And then it's all going to come to fall. And it's going to come to pass with a lot of women. And dude, they fight it tooth and nail because they were whores. They were just throwing their vaginas around. A lot of divorces, a lot of kids, and think about this. Think about how many rich men there's going to be in the future. Because think about all these men that were thinking about splitting their retirement with their wife and their kid. When they find out that the wife's a whore and the kid's not his, he gets to keep all that money. So there's going to be a bunch of men that built a nest egg for 3, but only needs it for 1 now. So there's going to be a lot of men in Atlanta that have that suffered for a family, and it ends up that they don't even have a family, but now they're really rich. It's going to be crazy. Same in Israel. They are restricted and controlled for many more different reasons. In Israel, I thought that was biblical. Why? Because they don't want people to know like who's related to Christ and stuff like that. Maybe we can look it up, I guess. I don't know. Why are there no DNA tests in Israel? I mean, and I don't really. I'm not going to take what this says. What this takes. There are significant regulations regarding their use specifically. There's what might confusion versus Israel's genetic information law in 2000 used to determine family ties such as paternity tests. These generally require a court order to be conducted. Limited role. Okay, there we go. Limited role in providing Jewish ancestry for repatriation, so people can't get them on their own. And this is the wrong button. Yeah. They don't want other companies and stuff having like if they sell direct to consumer kits like 23andMe, they don't want other companies having that data and knowing. Like think about it. Think about if you're waiting for Christ to return, and so somebody buys like buys 23andMe and finds out the bloodline that leads back to Abraham or Isaac or Jesus, and then kills the next kills the next in line offspring. Yes, they do not want the world to know that many of them are not Jews. Right. I think it says something like that. Yeah, although DNA tests can be helpful, they are generally not accepted as the sole method for providing Jewish ancestry to repatriation to Israel under the law of return. Traditional documentation is required. Yeah, crazy though. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then to see like what's going on and like for people that have never read the Bible or looked through the Bible, it's like even if you think it's stories, it's unbelievable how what's going on in the Bible is happening again now. Like and like almost like people are using the Bible as the playbook. It's crazy. Even if you're not religious, it's crazy just how, I mean, even if it's history repeats itself and use the Bible as a history book, it's definitely worth reading. Let's go back to Terry. We have not talked about him for a long time now. Yeah, okay, so let's go back to Terry's children, right? So where am I? I'm on my tablet here, but so swinging Terry. Terry. What I want to know is how many other cities have a Terry? There's got to be. And I really wish sometimes that I had like a 100-person audience for a couple of minutes just to ask questions like this for people that are all around the United States or the world. Like, are there people in your city that other people know? Because I can't be the only person that knows of Big Dong Terry in Atlanta. So there's got to be Big Dong Sam in Newark, New Jersey or something. Same with astrology. Everything happening now is written in astrology. But Terry is more fun. Agreed. Because think about how many guys that don't even get to use their hammer, and Terry's freaking using his till the break of dawn. I mean, that's just great. And dude, I remember. Kat, do you remember seeing him? I don't remember if he was dead before you were here, Kat, or if we went too late at night. But we definitely, I mean, he was definitely there. I saw him dozens of times when I was driving through Terry, Big Dick Terry in Atlanta, in Little Five Points. Did you miss that whole thing, Kat? So Terry, his name's Willie Terry. There's a street sign of him because he used to have a big old doolally. Let me show you what he looks like. So this was him. And he's got a big old Johnson. And he would stand on the corner. And after he died, they put up this street sign of him. No, I don't know, wait for the load. Yeah. Oh, there's video. And so anyway, there's a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. You know, the stick guy. Terry was definitely nailing it more than some contractors. That's right. His nickname was Nail Gun. Nail Gun. They called him Terry the Hammer. Terry the Hammer. Dude, he had his own theme song. I bet you, he had to have his own. There's got to be local Atlanta rappers that throw tick. Rap lyrics with dang it. Rap lyrics, Willie Terry. What up, Kendall? Yeah, I can't find anything right now. He had all the proper nicknames, but never a construction license. Dude, he didn't need a construction license. He was just knocking it down. He wasn't building it up. Kendall Powell. Kendall Powell. He had a destruction license. He wrecked that thing. That thing. What up, Kendall? My name is Kendall Powell. Oh, right. Dang it. I forgot to. The Demolition Man. That's right. That's right. You know, let me see. Willie Terry's obituary, Atlanta. Dude, I'm about to pull up the photos of his graveside service at his burial. I bet you there's 7,500 women all around that. Oh, absolutely. There are many women cleaning that mess. Cleaning that mess. Okay, so Willie Terry. Okay, and I was gonna see Willie Terry obituary images. Oh, there's a bunch of Willie Terrys. That's crazy, dude. So many women. Yep. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Swinging that hammer on, dude. I mean, and look, like, I mean, he didn't work. He was 55 when they filmed the movie about him and filmed the documentary about him. And by the time they did that, he was already on the side of the, standing. He stood on the same corner where with his tight spandex shorts with his doolally jamulating out in people's eyeballs. And I mean, I can't remember. I definitely watched the Jamalama, the documentary on him, but I don't remember them saying whether or not like women would pick him up or not. But yeah, dude, I mean, they definitely did, without a doubt. I would love to be able to watch I would love to be able to watch the video, live. We should definitely do that. It's definitely on my notes. We're definitely going to do that. About time. Okay, now, what up? What up, dude? I tried to tell you on Discord that we were going live. Finley, Terry should be remembered as the man that was repopulating. Exactly. They called him the repopulator. 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 Take your time. Take your time, Finn. They said it's definitive. The definilator. Definilator. Yeah, it's probably a good idea she's not involved in this conversation because we're talking about a 55-year-old who's doolally, jamulating baby batter all about Atlanta. Oh, she's back. Sorry. He knows who you are, ND. He's saying, Finley. He's saying Mrs. ND Beats is his mom. It's nice to meet you. He's joking about being like, oh, Mrs. ND Beats' mom. I know you're. Dang it, I can't think of anything. Your socialist son. I hadn't even. What? What you mean? I don't know what you're talking about, Finley. They call her the Finlator. But yeah, so the repopulator. That guy. How come he turned commie? I know your family has nothing to do with it. The repopulator. It was the oat milk. It was the oat milk, Borchel. The oat milk twisted his brain. The oat milk. Where am I at? The oat milk is. What is the oat milk? What is the oat milk done to his brain? It's all right. ND beats his mom. It's all right, Finley. But I'm telling you, Finley, listen. If you ever have the idea again to do that, hit me up on Discord, and you can create a bunk account of the name you want. I'll give that new name moderator so you can come in blue and you don't have to screw with your account. Yeah, it was milk. Yeah. It was Marxist milk. That's what they call it. Marxist milk. The Marxilator. 100% oat milk. Marxilator. That's what it does. Yeah. Yeah, the Marxilator. Marxilator. Let's see what happened here. That's kind of crazy, too. 1, 2. That doesn't make any sense. This is the Marxilator. The Marxilator. All right, where was I at here? All right, there we go. Oh, man, I'm breaking everything. I'm trying to take apart all your stickers, Finley. They're all stuck together. They're for stickulated. For gestillated. For gestillated stipulation. For just. Oh dang! What's that? Everything's going. Oh dang! Oh dang! Oh dang! Oh dang! Yeah, but so going back to Willie, um, is there not anyone like that in cities that you have been in? Oh, dude, he produced the baby batter. He produced the yogurt. It wasn't no whole milk. He produced the batter. The baby batter. 100%. All right, let's see. All right. So we got all of the stickers all stuck together. So Finley handmade all of these stickers. So she wrapped them individually, different colors. She wrapped them individually in saran wrap, and so it's very difficult to get each one out. But then they're actually like she actually used like wax paper or whatever in order to make the backing of the sticker. I don't know if I showed everybody like the actual construction of these things. So she made stickers so we'd be able to put them next to people's names on the wall and be able to find them quicker. Kefir. He put the kafir of God in their eyes, and then women were like, "What did I get myself into? Where's all that going? You put the kafir in my eyes." So yeah, there she did. So she made these stickers that actually have backing paper that peels off, and an actual sticker now. Look at that. That's freaking cool. That's freaking cool. So we're gonna go put one next to Borchel's name. Borchel. All right. There we go. Kafir. The kafir. They put the kafir of God. The kafir of God in their thighs. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see. Hold on one second, cat. Cat. Sticker. Cat. They said cat sticker. Pot sticker. Okay, there we go. Man. All right. What are we saying? I got 6% battery left. All right. All right. Let's go here. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, come on, live. Cat B. Go channel. Cat B. Go channel. Just Whoa. Whack-a-lady. Who's the dog? Whoa. What's going on here? We just saw Catalator's new movie. Go like and subscribe. What's the dog's name? That ain't what's his face, right? Max? Not Max. Max? What was his name? Terry. Oh, my tissues are out. Terry could not be on TikTok. A problem with his shorts. Henry Zorro. That's a good name. It's a good name, Henry Zorro. The Swashulator. That's what they should have called. That's what he should have called Terry. They should have called him Pickle Zorro. They should have called him Hammer Zorro. They should have called him the Sorrelator. I usually just call him Henry. Why? Why wouldn't you call him Z or Zorro or Zor or something? Henzy. I'd probably go for Henzy. I get my hands on. Oops, I broke something there. All right, I call him Henry. Let's see. Stickers in. Just a wild guess, Richard. How many kids is he? 69. Dude, well, let's see. Let's see if there's been even an investigation in how many he's had. Because, like, without a doubt. And I wanted to know, okay, and this is a theory, why he had a cane. Well, hold on. Oh, let me get to my point here. The reason that he had a cane, and that might have slowed him down, so he might not have been able to get all the way to 69 or 70 because he had a cane apparently because he got his ass handed to him when a small penis man walked in and found this large penis man in bed with this small penis man's lady. So the small penis man, obviously in a fit of rage, beat, um, maybe possibly even shot a Terry in the leg, hence his limp and his cane. So that might have slowed his humping, his pumping and dumping. So maybe not, but we can try to calculate. Let's see. Let's see if there was ever any legal delegation or looking into to see how many kids were his. Um, oh, um, Atlanta's Willie Terry. Any DNA testing for family? No, it doesn't say anything, but yeah, but how would I know for sure, you know? I don't even know how to use the internet properly, really. Uh-oh. I found some weird things. He needed a cane to count. Good point. Good point. Yeah, there's no flaw there. Yeah, definitely needed. Yeah, right. He would tip over. He needed a cane to counterbalance it. Do you remember when hobos used to have that stick over their shoulder with the bag? You know what I'm talking about? And they had that like red and white bandana bag. That's probably why, because they were hobos, big dicked hobos, like Mr. Terry here. And we still have, and they're counterbalancing their counterweights to make sure their dinglings don't pull them forward. So that's why these people for freaking hundreds of years have been walking around nailing chicks from here to there, to and fro, and they got that's like their flag slash counterbalancing. Get the ding dong here. This is brilliant. You're a brilliant man, Borchell. A hobo's stick and bag. Maybe the stick and bag isn't just the stick and bag, but the stick and bag. No way, dude. The hobo's stick and bag, a bindi, a bindle. A hobo's a hobo's stick and bag, often called a bindle. A way for easy way for travelers to carry, often a bandana or sack, tied across the stick to create makeshift counterbalance. What up, Ava? Whoa, check out that name. Yezi Rizal Hazria Guzni. Wow. How are you, Yezi? That's freaking amazing. Just wait for local story that will say 20. Dude, 20? Well, maybe locally. Me? I fail first, also known as recharge. Wait for local story that can find out. My name's Richard. R.I. and I'll show you. That's my name, Yesy. Yesy. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Yesy. I'll put your name on the wall. Yesy. Y-E-S-S-I. That's it. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Where can I put you? There we go. Yesy. How are you, Yesy? Bam. There we are, my friend. Welcome to the wall. Nice to have you around, Yesy. Thank you. 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 All right, let's go get something to eat here. We got Yesy on. I wonder if Terry. Whoa. Whoa. I'm live, baby. We going live here. Whoa, it was dark. It's dark. There we go. Ready? Ready? Bam. All right, sorry. Okay, so let's see what we said here. Be right back. Okay, that's all right, Kat. Take your time. Take your time. I wonder if Terry was known outside of Atlanta and how many women had to come. Okay, so he was on a bus line, right? I can almost guarantee that dude that's got so I want to say something here, and I don't know it to be 100% true, but I know it to be kind of true. So I remember hearing that people didn't see him walk to that spot and walk away from that spot. It's like you think like people like if he lived a couple of blocks away, they would see him on the corner of blah and blah walking up to his spot on Atlanta and a Ponce de Leon and whatever the crossroad is, I can't remember, right? But no, but so apparently, like that's basically what he did. Is one chick dropped him off there after whatever night he spent the night in her house, and he just stood there until the next chick picked him up, took him to feed him, and he could feed her. And then he just got like he just kept getting dropped off at that spot. He might even lived, dude, with a ding dong like that, you don't even need a house. Right. That was his work, dude. He was just a gigolo. And everywhere I go, people know that I'm playing. Pay for every dance, selling each romance. Ooh, what are they saying? There will come a day when you will pass away. And what will they say about me? When the end comes, I know I was just a gigolo. Life goes on without me, 'cause I ain't got no money. But yeah, dude, he did not need, he did not need a credit score at all. He didn't need nothing to deal with, dude. And he wore the same thing every day. Like he was like like why didn't like they weren't like unless he just unless that's all he had because I've seen him 20 times in real life without a doubt, no problem. I've definitely seen, and he always wears white biker shorts, the white spandex shorts, like he was in the Tour de France. Yeah, he didn't need no credit score. He had the swing of thing. He had that swing of a thing to make it happen, dude. And it's can you imagine you're like being built like that and your whole life has nothing to do with normal society. It's just bumping day in, day out. Like that's it. It's just carnal. Like that's and I mean like even like Wilt Chamberlain, he said Wilt Chamberlain had sex with 20,000 women, but he had to play basketball for multiple hours a day, and he had to go to school and stuff for multiple hours a day. Willie Terry here, he ain't got to do none of that. He didn't have to work at all. He just showed up, slang and slang. He had an HSA account, a Hose Street ass account. He said, I got that. They said, hey, baby, hey, Terry, baby, you need anything, honey? I'm about to go to the store, honey. Honey, you need anything? Yeah, baby, can you get me some freaking something good? That give me a sandwich, a bag of chips, maybe a little bit thirsty, baby. Think you can get me one of them beers, one of them malt motherfucker liquors? He's like, oh, I got you, baby. He's like, let me give you a couple dollars, honey. Oh, I got you, baby. I got you, baby. Your money ain't no good with me. I got you, baby. I got you. I'll see you in a few minutes, honey. You'll be right here, right? Oh, I'll be here, baby. And that's what's going on. she's look like when a guy looks at a girl's boobs and they're talking, it's like, oh hi ma'am, how you doing? So women are looking at him like, so hey, so what you doing there? You go to school? You go to school? Right? He's like, yeah, I know what you mean, girl. I know what you mean. Yeah, we're making it happen. We're making it happen. But yeah. All right, I'm forgetting something. When the end comes, I know. Oh, I was just thinking, oh, life goes on without me. Cause I ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Nobody cares for me. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Well, see my old take it away. Cause I ain't so bad. Say all right. Get some zinc of scorbate up in my generation. Well, those are very yellowing. I think they're getting oxidized. But yeah, I'm really surprised. And I think what I'm going to do is if I can get like a big map, I would like to have a world atlas type thing, like as big as I can put on the back wall and like do the pin thing. You know, people say here's where I'm from, here's where I'm from. But I want to no, chicken wings. You heard what's it called? You heard I'm just a gigolo. Just a gigolo. And everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. Oh, Lamau. She said Lamau. They call me Lamau over here. Oh, you know. I got chocolate frickin' ice cream. I got chocolate frickin' ice cream. I put it in my mouth. Chocolate frickin' ice cream. I'm living in the South. Chocolate frickin' ice cream. I got chocolate frickin' ice cream. All right, let me get a big old swallow of water. Perhaps I'm just hungry and tired. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Yeah, so I just heated this up for 15 seconds so I can eat the hell out of it. All right, so let's see if I can do this. I can easily make wings, though. In fact, Megan made us wings last night, and I just got the gold barbecue sauce that I like. Well, go for it, girl. Gang, girl, go for it. Eat them wings. Get the flap on. Get the flap on. So, oh wait, hold on. So you got the 50 subscribers, right, Kat? You got the 50 subscribers now? I didn't check. Well, you're almost there. Good enough. Okay. So I'm gonna be very happy about this ice cream. You know what? I don't even think I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. That way I can work on. Oh, there you go, Cat. Borchell just hit you up. Well, damn. Now it'll forever be remembered. Cat Borchell just hit you to 50. So now it'll have forever be remembered that he was number 50. Congratulations. Oh, this is so cold. Need a party on. The 50th. Yeah, now you're the 50th. When the end comes, I know. I don't think I would mind. being only known for my swing of a thing. Especially like the whole people make movies about him, you know? People make movies about him because of his hammer. But he's not in pornography. He just stands on the street corner. It's an interesting life. Man, I love chocolate ice cream. I'm sure some ladies were happy to be 100. Sure, 100, yeah. 121st, yeah, they didn't care. Women don't care about that stuff. Men care about women's body count. Women don't care about men's body count. Women want men to have a higher body count because it shows that they tamed the wild beast. Porcel's probably going to be the most famous of all of us when he finally says, look, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I'm saying primarily in the dating scene. Maybe for a husband, but not in the dating world. Because the more wanted a guy is, the more wanted the guy is. You know, and that's a little different though. 100. But like why is it that like men that have multiple children, more with multiple women, other women want that man also and like to get pregnant by that man also? It's like, yeah. They're like, a lot of women say, if she wanted him so bad, there's got to be something about him. And I want to know what it is. We're talking different between dating strategy and marriage. 1,000, yeah. Yeah, that's a long night. No, not a serious relationship. No, But then again, a man will sleep with a prostitute, will pay for and sleep with a prostitute that's been with 1,000 people. But he ain't gonna put a ring on that. Yeah. That shit is crazy, you know. Man, that's good stuff. I love chocolate cream. When do men think? What? Usually it's so after 30, it's one person per year of your life. But up till 30, it's usually around 10. So like if you're 18 years old, it should not be 18 people. If you're 20 years old, it should not be 20 people. Like, you know, so usually you should be in long-term relationships in high school and college. So by the time you get out of college and you're late, that's when you probably have spent the most, gotten your body count up the highest is your college years. So up to 18, you should be somewhere around like under 5. Typically, most men are virgins or haven't had sex in a year. And I think we've already talked about that. Most, like 30% of all men. More than that. There are nutcases that chase the toots. No, hold on, what did I miss? There is a total double standard, but what do you want to do about it? There's lots of double standards about lots of different things. I don't know how I feel about 100. I don't think it will be a deal breaker, as you're saying. What do men think about conscious high? There are some nutcases that do chase the toots. to put a ring on it. There's always outside of the bell curve. It just drives me nuts when men have total double standards about it and think that 10 guys is a lot for a woman, but think it's fine for their own body counts. But most men have not had 10. Most men have never had sex. Most men maybe had sex once or twice. Most men do not get out of 5. Most men get married with an under 5 body count. Most men. It's only the good looking guys at the top, the 6, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, that can even get hiney hole. And then it's only like the 8s, 9s, and 10s that can get like a different girl every night. Because the average guys are not attractive to average girls, typically. And that's proven with all swipe data from all of the dating apps. Okay, right, right. So this is very interesting. Women tell other women that you should have sex with different guys and learn different things. So when you get your husband, you can be like, look, I can do backflips in bed and blah, 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 and land on your... Well, how did you learn that? How'd you learn it? What guy did you check? Did you do? The guys don't want that, and women are like, "What? You want to be able to do awesome sexual acrobatics for your husband?" No, your husband wants you to suck in bed and then learn to be great in bed over the 100 years that you're together. That's what women don't think about. So they tell each other bullshit. Oh yeah, you should have sex with 100 guys so you're really good for your husband. Then you can stay together forever. No. All right, that's bullshit. I'm telling you, I've heard the craziest stuff, Kat, that women tell each other. Like they talk about acrobatics, like you'll learn to do this, and you want to know what's different. Like, is there different penis shapes and sizes than your husband's? I mean, whatever. What if your husband's penis? Well, you wouldn't know if his penis was big or small because it would be the only penis you had. This is the thing. Variety kills wonder. Backflip. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's ruined so many relationships. And the push, like the super push for supreme sexuality, has just, I mean, they say don't get married because the divorce rate's so high. But the divorce rate's so high because the body count rate's so high. You can learn, right, exactly, right. And you should not be going to your husband with, oh, my ex-boyfriend really like, what up, RL? What up? They call him a real one, RL. There's this woman in Maryland who teaches pole dancing classes, but she also has classes where she teaches. Right. So behind the bar, Kat, I don't know. I don't think I've ever taken you to the tavern on 74 down here in my town. It's the bar I used to go to, and my parents used to go to. My parents used to go there to see me sing karaoke on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and I used to go there every night, every single day, every single night. And where was I at with that? Oh, so behind there was a pole dancing class, and I was the only guy allowed to go there because I was the only guy that all the women felt comfortable being naked in front of. Because they were already naked in front of me. But yeah. So what did I say? But yeah. So so they did that pole dancing stuff for whatever reason. It didn't seem like it was for their loved ones. Some people just did it for exercise. But yeah, the whole how to ride your man thing, dude. They have oral teaching classes where these women have suction cup jam-a-lamas on like glass shells, and they teach you how to fellate. It's crazy. Yeah, why do you need classes? Because the thing is, if you can talk to your husband, and he can say, no, do this, no, do that, no, do this, no, do that. But you don't have to go give head to 90 different men to learn how to give head to your husband. You just ask your husband. And it's like women think that on social media, they think that you need to do it perfect the first time you have sex with your husband. Not you're gonna be married for 50 years. You're gonna have sex a lot of times. You can progress over that time. It doesn't have to be the best the first time. I'd rather it be nervous and fiddly And she goes to other states to teach that one. What was the note for? I missed it. I never meet normal people dancer. They're usually big slut. Agreed. Agreed. Right. Yeah, they're not. Right. You're not going to get the cool librarian dancer. No, she's going to be a hoe. She's going to want to satisfy a fantasy of being a paid prostitute that's paid for her sexuality and is used for that sexuality. It's usually people that are missing love in their life. They're missing fathers and stuff like that, and they want boys and men to see them at like with some sort because they think that it's going to fill the emotional hole. It ain't going to fill the emotional hole, but it's going to fill a hole. Andy Dick was the teacher. Yeah, old school. I remember. Yep. You do not even have to talk, just explore or drive. Exactly. And this is the thing. Why do women ask other women? Why? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And especially online, because women just lie to other women online just because women like to be lied to by other women. And then when it doesn't work and their lives start to fail, they're like, well, maybe I can make money by lying to other women, by telling other women what I was told. And they just keep circulating the bullshit because that's what they were told. So they think, well, now I didn't get a husband and I'm not married, so I'm broke. So I need to make money on social media. Well, how can I make money on social media? Well, I'll tell women how to get a husband, even though I'm single and divorced or whatever. So yeah, they just keep cycling the same bullshit. Like women were telling women that men like it when you have a roster. They're gonna fight for you, girl, because when they find out you got 7 other guys you're sleeping with, they're gonna try harder. They're gonna pay more. No, they're not. They're gonna be like, you're a fucking whore. Yeah, and but women tell other women to do this, that you have to have a roster, and he's got to like you more than you like him. Or else the relationship won't work. No, you're single and telling me this. You don't know what you're talking about. This is the thing. They don't know. And they don't just ask men. Why don't like women have all these podcasts, men have all these podcasts. Why don't the women just ask the men? And the thing is, sometimes when men say this is what we like, women are like, no, you don't, because one time there was this guy and he didn't like that. That's one guy. You know, it's like, and they also say, well, but you say guys don't like the wigs and the weave and the fake eyelashes. But then when I caught my boyfriend's phone, he was only liking these whores on Instagram with the weave and the eyelashes, right? Because they're prostitutes and he wants to knock it down. You're a bitch. You know, you're not cool and pretty. You're just a bitch, right? So it's like he wants a release. But if you're looking for men that want a wife, they don't want that stuff. The stuff printed in Cosmo was all bullshit. The CIA was in that magazine, Cat. They did not want family at all. They wanted you to ruin your relationships. There's Reddit for that. It's called Ask Men. Yeah, but the problem is the women tell the men that they're wrong. And then the women tell the women that they're wrong. They're just thinking everybody's wrong. So the confusion's still there. And then you have the bots that are there just to stir confusion because confusion causes engagement, and engagement sells more ads. So they even have AI bots in there that tell everybody that they're wrong to stoke the fire. So nobody should be learning relationship stuff off the internet. They shouldn't be. They should be learning it by how their mothers and fathers treated each other. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, the internet's not the place for it because the internet is a place to sell advertisements. Well, the internet's a place to sell advertisements. You know what I mean? Burn. Never ask women for love advice. Even agreed. I agree 100%. I agree 100% because and I'll tell you why I agree. Women change what they want depending on how they feel and where they're at in their cycle. The amount of estrogen that's in their blood depending on their cycle. Women are attracted to different men when they're on birth control than when they're off birth control. So they don't really, and women believe what other women tell them. So if a woman is told that white men at 5'11" are the hottest things in the world, then to them they're the hottest thing. But then if they say, oh, caramel colored men that are 6'1", then now it's caramel. So they follow what the groups think is. This is why the government and stuff tell women that 6 foot men, blah, 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 are the shit. Don't marry a man under 6 foot because they want the women single. They say don't settle for a man under 6 foot. Well, only 15% of men are over 6 foot. So you're going to have a bunch of single women that are available to work for these people's companies. They don't want them married and having kids and not working for their companies. So they lie to these women. It's absolutely ludicrous, and it works. They eat it up. But yeah, and the women of a cat, the women of Cosmo have destroyed so many relationships. Let me see if I can find it. When Cosmo told women to sleep with their men's best friends, they were like, cuckolding is great. Your men will go wild because men really like their best friends. And when they see you, his best girl with his best friend, he's going to be so happy that everybody shared. It's crazy. Let me see if I can find it. Cosmopolitan magazine article telling women to sleep with their husband's best friends. On our birthday, Kat. So it's absolutely crazy that they do stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's because they're not there to help anybody. They're there to make more money for the people that invest in their magazine. And single women spend more money than married women. So they're going to do whatever they can to keep women single. When they do certain things, there's a checklist. Will this keep women single? Yes or no. If it's no, then they don't do it. If it's yes, then they do it. They want to keep women single because they don't want you not buying the magazine anymore. If they can keep you single for 20 years, you're going to buy their magazine for 20 years. It's crazy, and it's the truth. And the CIA's been behind it, and there's plenty of people women that used to work for Cosmo that now are on YouTube telling about how they had everything's made up, even like the Dear Abby stuff. They made it up. They weren't really wrote in stuff and things like that. It was all bullshit. Everything was bullshit. And the whole point was to push feminism to get more women into the workforce. You could only make so much money as a business owner because only men were working. In order to get more money, you needed less families and more employees. So that's why they wanted to get women. So they drummed up, your husband's gonna beat you, and make you cook like a slave. And then we're like, yeah, let's not cook like a slave. Let's cook like a slave for our bosses. It's crazy. I feel we did criminally neglect Terrence so far. Dude. He's in heaven right now. Probably gathering lots of attention. And I'm snottolating all over the place. But yeah, so he was an ugly guy. Did you see what he looked like? He was an ugly man. He was not a pretty man. He didn't. His hair was okay. Like you can find some very good looking men that do their hair, especially black hairstyles. Like he didn't just have like the buzz cut or the low tapered fade. He had I can't remember if they were cornrows or if they were just braids, box braids or whatever. But they were wackadoodle. They weren't done nicely. They were done like 16 years ago, and they've just been bunching them together like locks. Mr. Potato Dick Lanta, little 5 points. Mr. Potato Dick Atlanta Little 5 points. Yeah, it's called Originals the Original Atlanta Suspicious Package. There he is. And this is on r/Atlanta. All right. So I mean, look at that jam, but he ain't. Let's try to find a better picture of him. Oh, here's the video. Okay. Well, let's try to find the. Let me see if I can find any more pictures of him. Mr. Willie Terry. Willie Terry. Atlanta's Willie Terry. All right, let's see. Yeah, I can't. Now here he is again. You can't really see his hairstyle too well. Dang it. Yeah, you can't really see. Yeah, but like, yeah, he doesn't really have a cut there. Anyway, my point being, those women did not even. No, that's what I'm saying. They didn't care. Women lie. They lie, but they don't know they're lying because they just repeat what other women told them. They don't care about any of the stuff they're told. They just repeat what they're told about what attraction is because they're so confused. They're on birth control. They're off birth control. They don't know what's really going on. They're confused, but they're told this is what they should go for. But what really gets them going when they're not talking to anybody and they're in their car by themselves and they look over and they see, and dude, look at his boob hanging out the side of his shirt. He got his big old nipple right there and stuff like that. You know, I mean, his shirt don't fit. It's all really crazy. He's got a freaking tissue in his hand. Yeah. So like, yeah, they didn't care. They picked his ass up and they gave him what he wanted. He said, I want some food. I want some this. I want some that. They were like, yes, sir. Yes, man. They don't care anything that they said on the internet. He's ugly. He's broke. He's short. He doesn't dress good. His knees are ashy. None of that kept him from getting that box. What if he was just legitimately had potatoes in his pants and it was all a lie? Dude. So we've really got to watch the documentary together. There are what do you call it when people have eyewitness testimony? What's it called? What do they call it? Dang it. It's not eyewitness testimony. Like, can't remember the court term for it. But no, it's not just a potato. It's not just a potato. It's not just a potato. So somebody bet him, and I don't remember if it's in part 1 or part 2, but someone bet him that he was stuffing, and it was like $100 bet, and like if it's we can find it in the video. The point was being a bunch of I'm guessing people that were slinging drugs or whatever on the street that had big ass bundles of money from selling drugs all day. They were talking about that, and somebody was like, I think that's bullshit. And then he was just like he didn't, he just smiled, like he was like happy, la la la. No, it ain't bullshit, man. It ain't bullshit. I didn't see this. This is what they were talking about. This is the story that they were telling. And then everybody's like, he was like, pull it out. He's like, oh, I ain't gonna pull it out right here. And somebody's like, I got 100 on it, saying it's fake. And then somebody else was like, I got 100 on it too. So he ended up getting like $600-700. He was just like, whoomp, and they just fucking left their money and walked away. Like, listen, I'm not this. I'm not that. I am not that man. Okay? That is not me. That is not me. He's not built muscularly. He ain't got a six-pack. He ain't anything women say that they want. And he didn't stand in that corner for long. And they picked him up and did whatever and then dropped him back off. And that's all he did was his rotation, his cycle. And And people, like old women walking by, they would hug him. How you doing? Like they used to lay down with him when they were in their 20s and 30s, and now they're in their 50s and they're bringing their grandkids by and walking down Ponce de Leon and seeing Willie, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like he was a staple. He was the guy that knocked everybody down. But the thing is he doesn't seem mentally. I mean, did you see the you see well we'll play part of the video. We'll play it. Like he's not dumb or slow or anything. He's like, I'm 55 years old. Actually, I just turned 55. I mean, he's yeah.
Terry. My age is 55, which I just turned 55.
I just turned
a
55.
week ago. And I was raised in Atlanta, born in Atlanta, and never left Atlanta.
Yeah, my name is Jay Dog. Y'all here to ask about this crazy cat who be out here with a hard on the bicycle. That real. What y'all want to know about it?
Okay. First of all, I've been standing on the corner for about 15 years.
Okay. Okay.
And most people like me.
Okay, I've been standing on the corner for about 15 years, and most people like me.
About 2 or 3 don't,
About 2 or 3 don't.
that's life.
But that's life.
I don't have any. I don't know why he stands on the street corner and just smiles at girls in their car, because that seems to be what he does.
I really don't know him personally, but I know he stands over there to the bus stop, early in the morning. And the strange things that he wears, he gets a lot of people, looking at him, and I just really ain't figured out.
Yeah, she knows.
What he really doing, but
She
basically, I
knows.
just know that he's across the street. I don't know if he's a male prostitute or whatever he is, but I have seen people pick him up before, in our parking lot. But that's about all I know about him. I don't know him personally.
About all that I know about him is I've seen him up on the street, mainly up at Ponce de Leon and North Island. And yeah, I've seen him out just basically in his speedos, obviously out to the world there.
Street
And
person.
just heard rumors along the lines of him being a hustler and being picked up.
Yeah, up off of Briarcliff. He hangs out there.
Briarcliff.
He hangs out on North Island Avenue. He's the guy with the really big Johnson.
First of all, they tried to lock me up. They couldn't do that. We had to go before the
Did you hear what he said? He said the guy that stands up there on Briarcliff, the guy with the really big Johnson. And yes, that man never did any drugs. You're definitely right there. Okay, did you hear that, Borzell? We'll go back a few seconds here.
Up off of Briarcliff. He hangs out there, and he also hangs out on North Island Avenue. He's the guy with the really big Johnson.
Bam. The guy with the really big Johnson, and here he is.
locked me up. They couldn't do that. We had to go before the Supreme Court.
What they trying to lock you up?
Public indecency.
They tried to lock him up for public indecency, and it had to go to Supreme Court. Okay, so it had to go to the Supreme Court for public indecency because his penis was too big.
They had to go all the way. You can wear the shorts you wearing today. They rule against me.
That he wears extremely tight biker shorts with no underwear, and I believe that is very disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
No, I definitely think those biking shorts he's
trying to draw attention?
I think basically because he wants to be seen. You know, I think most of his people, you know, come up and down the street, so you know, it's basically to be seen.
It's like an advertisement
Yeah,
service?
sort of like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. For his
Yeah.
customers.
Before his customer.
Yeah, but I got on the mighty suits in the morning or whatever. But I keep them thinking. They don't know what to think.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm comfortable now.
I'm
And
comfortable.
for all I know, he might just think the bicycle pants are more comfortable.
I'm coming to work at 7 o'clock in the morning, driving, and he's standing out there in some biker shorts in December, in November, all year round, and that is very disgusting. It's disgusting. It don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Everybody formulate opinion on it. Some call me bicycle Bob. Some
Yep.
call me the sock man, the rock
That's
man,
exactly what I was
or
thinking.
what have you. So I let them go with whatever they come up
I
with.
guess people call him Willie St. Charles because he's always hanging around St. Charles. But my ex-girlfriend called him the three-legged man. That's what he's fairly well known as around here too.
Three-legged
Just a
man.
nickname we made up in the shop because you know he's always out there, so you know it's always on the left, I guess.
It's always on the left.
Lefty.
They call him Lefty.
Potato pants, man.
Potato pants.
All these perverts and stuff running up and down these streets, this ain't gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the name they call me really don't make no difference because they just scared to come to me and they fantasize. That's the name I always be, so I let it be.
Do you think his package is all him, or do you think if any...
My guess is it's all him.
My guess is his package is all him.
I've walked by him enough times and had the automatic drawing of the eyes besides myself, and yeah, I think it's him.
So there you go. I've gone past him many times, and it automatically draws my eyes, and I believe it's all him. Like it ain't nothing fake in there.
No, I don't think so. It looks like a sock to me. A sock? Yeah. I think it's a sock.
Probably real. There's a good chance it's stuff, but if I was a betting man, I'd say it's real. Because otherwise, his reputation would get out that, it's, like a chick, pants are bra. Once one person knows, everybody knows.
Right.
Isn't that right, ladies?
I think it's just old. It's his age showing. It's just he's sagging. He's just saggy.
I do think it's real. At first I thought it was just him putting something down there, but a friend of mine who actually talked to and knows what it says in the
What up, Deej?
Most people, when they look at me, they know what it is, come up with a conclusion. Because merely they jealous.
They jealous.
So they just come up and might say it's a mistake or
DJ, you came in at the right time, boy. So this guy, this dude in Atlanta has like they got the swingama thing in between his legs, dude, and his name was, they call him Potato Dick because he got a big old freaking Johnson swinging down, and all the girls pick him up. The guys pick him up too, but they're interviewing about him.
rock,
A
a tumor,
tumor.
or what have you.
I don't know. He's got some kind of growth down there.
Subhuman.
Because they say his penis is dangerous, man. They say his penis go like this. Let y'all see the count go like this. It goes straight out about like 6 inches, then turn about 6 inches, and then go out about another 6 inches.
Dang.
I suspect it's probably real. He's so proud of it.
All man, and it's what it seems to be, which everybody know what it is. But it's real, it's not memories.
It's not memorized.
Always seems to be waiting for the bus, but never gets on it, so.
I have seen mostly men, but I have seen women pick him up too.
But I think he's actually there more for the men because I have seen him, they've picked him up from time to time. Just wonder if it's real or not.
Most of the people that I know either assume he's a male prostitute or claim to see him get into cars, or just have no clue. With men or with women? With women, it's mainly what I've heard.
Most people think I ride the bus, but I never get on the bus. I have 2, 3 cars.
Most people think I ride the bus, but I never get on the bus. I got 2 and 3 cars at home.
You realize it's been on the corner.
So I'm really just stand on the corner.
I rode the bus with him. He's always been a gentleman. You know, I don't have anything bad to say.
There you go, Borchell. Borchell, she got 3 of his kids. She just said she rode on the bus. Look, this is back when cigarettes were less than $3 a pack. Anyway, but she said she rode the bus with him. He always been a gentleman. And that's one more time. You know it, right? Right. He been to the Supreme Court about that penis. That penis been to the Supreme Court. Let's go back.
I rode the bus with him. He's always been a gentleman. You know, I don't have anything bad to say about him.
Well, see, I rode on the bus with him, the number 16. I've talked with him. He's actually fairly intelligent, decent character.
Why does he stand on a damn corner and there's not a bus stop?
But if people think I'm a male prostitute, I hold that as a compliment. At the age of 55, if somebody willing to pay me, I'm doing pretty good as a senior citizen.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt if he's some kind of, male prostitute of some sort. Does he have a job? Yeah, you think so? That I wouldn't know.
I think he's a male prostitute.
No, I'm not a male prostitute.
I thought he worked for Southern Bell because I've seen some ID when I first met him, and we've conversated.
I can't say if he has an occupation, but I say that he's publicly retired, and not that he.
Oh, that's the end. Okay, so there you go. So I'll check to see if there's a part 2. I'm going to check too to see if there's. I'm going to check to see if I can find Atlanta Supreme Court cases about Willie. What the heck? I forgot his name already. Willie Terry's court cases, because that should all be public record. I'm gonna have to make a video, like a long form video, about this man and about his penis and about hey. So this man has got such a big doolally that they tried to arrest him for public indecency, but just because it showed through his pants so big, and he got arrested and went to court, went to the lower courts all the way up to the local, the Atlanta Supreme Court, where they said, that's your thing, dude. Do with it what you can. Just don't show it to people, right? And they ban him. So I'm going to check on that. I think my first long form video is going to be on Mr. Terry, Mr. Willie Terry. Yeah, he's packing. They arrested him, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court because they said that because he had such a swing of a thing that they said that it was immoral or rude or whatever. And look at this. This is it. These were the Democrats back in 2011, and now you can swing your ding-a-ling in front of kids' faces in 4th grade, right? So look how much the Democrats have changed from then till now in the past 14 years. Right now you can be gay rights, this and that. And back then they tried to throw him in jail for having a bulge in his pants. No, I was thinking Andy's mom just too, isn't it? Borjo. What up, dear son, Borjo? Sorry, I left you. That's fine. No problem. No talk. Yeah, you should absolutely talk to your brother. What you mean? No, without a doubt. Absolutely. Family comes first. Family comes first. Family comes first. Family comes first. Okay, let's see. So what we're gonna do. Huh? Where was that? Bang, bang. Oh, where in the heck? Okay. But yeah, so so he's probably got a lot of girlfriends. King Sarawawi, sir, they talk about your body odor. Go see a doctor. Which one are we talking about? King Sarawawi. We're talking about me. I don't know anyway. But yeah, so yeah, we don't know. We don't know if I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it to find out if he really had a court case that went to this to in the Atlanta or the Georgia Supreme Court about having this dual. Because imagine how big that would be now. No pun intended. Imagine how big that would be now. Um, uh, Imagine how big that how big that would be now because the Democrats were going to arrest him for having a bulge in his pants, and now they're all about no, you can be naked and be men can be women, and you can grind your naked body parts and it's crazy now that they allow it. So yeah, I think it would be awesome to do a then versus now, like how the Democrats aren't Democrats anymore; they're demons now. And yeah, so this is that's pretty cool. I really hope this is just God telling me to report on this man. Yep, because I can't find the part two of the Willie Terry story, but it was on Vimeo. Who the Freemason? I didn't see his sign. King, sir, they talk much about. Yeah, dude, they're right. They're right, King. Without a doubt, without a doubt, I stank. I stank. Let's see. Where did the Freemasons originate? Medieval stone. It says Middle Ages. It doesn't say where. That's odd. Cathedrals in the Middle, all over. One of the worst, one of the first was in 1717, the Grand Lodge of England. So it says the Grand Lodge of England was the first formalized modern Freemasonry. We know it was formalized in 1717 with the formation of the Grand Lodge of England, which helped spread Freemasonry throughout Europe and eventually the world. Yeah, London area, right? History, stages, lives, and fact. Yeah, that's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool. What in the pickle? Tickle my pickle for a nickel. But yeah, that's gonna be so crazy, yo. So crazy. If this dude, let me see if I can find part two. Um, Willie Terry. That's so crazy. On page 3, hold on, what did I miss? No, I missed something, dang it. Oh, there's a bunch of them here. Oh, dang it. Oh no, so he does have a bunch of different clothes on. He does have a bunch of like carrying around a backpack. So there was a story apparently. No, those are branches of Freemasonry, at least two big ones today. Oh, I'll have to look into that too. I have no idea. I've never really looked into Freemasonry too much. Especially I was odd to think in the movie industry would have looked into it a lot more, but I didn't. Um, if he was what up, schoolboy studio, big man. Um, if uh, if he if he is retired and like maybe independently wealthy, and then that's all he does. Because think like he says 15 years. So since he was 40 years old, he's been standing on the street corner. Because he says he's been standing on the corner for 15 years. So to just, I can't understand the mentality. Because like I said, he seems smart, he seems well spoken, and all that, and he's got a big old hammer, right? So he's going like, "You can do it, Richard." No, I'm gonna do it, brother. 100%, 100%. I'm absolutely gonna do it. Absolutely gonna do it. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna make my first like long form video about him. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Might as well because it's freaking amazing to see. And if we can find court records and stuff, and I'll be able to find it. We got the internet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. So when he was 40, he lost everything on the poker table. Possibly. Or, or, or he won everything. He's got everything he wants now, but he doesn't have any fame. Right? So he's got a bunch of money, but no one knows he's rich or has a hammer like that. So he's just going to tell everybody, look, I've always wanted to be everybody. I've always wanted to be a rock star or a rapper or this, and that. And now I'm going to want everybody to want to be me. So now he's standing out there with this freaking hammer, and every man that goes by says, dang, my dingle dangle is small compared to this gentleman. And every woman that goes by, that's, straight woman, goes, dang, his woman might, must treasure that gold mine. Yeah. Or he sniffed all the families, or he sniffed all families to stay by the 40th birthday. That's possible too. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is Atlanta, so I mean, he could have smoked it, sniffed it, whatever. Definitely. Man, I got my freaking Doritos everywhere. Right, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's possible. With a doolally like that, I mean, he would just find a gay dealer and freaking get given everything to him. If we're talking about the same thing, that is. Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what Schoolboy Studios is up to. What's he doing? What's he doing? He got one subscriber. He ain't got no content. But the world, he's got sweet nuts. Sweet mixing. Where am I at here? 1, 2, 41. Oh, I'm missing something. Dang it. Pro of a song 5 hours ago. 2. Yeah. But what do you do? What do you do? What do you do when all's that's left? And I mean, and this is a weird thing too. No wife. How do you spell the name of the guy with the big ding dong? Willie Terry. Or hold on, I'll show you. I'll just put it on the screen. Hey, ND Finley, you better not do a video. I'm about to do a video. You better not be trying to rip me off one. I'll be pissed. Pissed. Okay, let's see. Let's see. It's Atlanta, Mr. Potato Dick. It's Terry. There's his name again. All right, hold on. His name is Willie Terry. Willie Terry. Willie Terry, Atlanta. Yeah, the Willie Terry story. Yeah. With the big ding dong. Right, and so, and remember, back in the day, back in the day, in 2011, they were like, oh, you can't have that, and this is lesbians saying that you can't have that out in front of kids. So why did the LGBTQ community change so much between then and now? Between like now, it's everybody can be naked, you can be twerking out, or on your 5-year-old, and like back then, lesbians were like, no, that's disgusting, you shouldn't have that out. What's crazy? What has changed about the LGBTQIA plus 976543009? But yeah, I probably do. Yeah, well. The Willie Cherry story. So, let me see if I can go. Where was I? Yeah, but I just don't know. I wish I wouldn't have had the wherewithal. Well, I mean, even though back then you just didn't, even though we might have had cell phone cameras back then and stuff, you didn't just take pictures of people on the side of the road. We didn't really have TikTok and stuff like that, where people just took pictures of everything. I mean, there's obviously a lot of the pictures taken of that guy are probably film pictures, like actual 35 millimeter, So it's like, it's interesting, but I don't know why I didn't have the wherewithal when I was spending all that time in Atlanta to take pictures, or even talk to the guy. That would have been, in fact, important. I mean, you probably don't want to be walking up to possible sexual predators and talking to them, especially if, very, a bit away. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna get me some sleep. I gotta take care of the chickens in the morning and my neighbors' dogs and cats. So hugs and kisses, everybody. We'll get back to a live tomorrow. Congratulations, Kat, on your 50th. Congratulations, Kat, on your 50th subscriber. You can go live now, so that's good. We'll make cool stuff happen now. Let's see. Let's go here, go here, go done. Night, night. All righty. Yeah, the party on. Man, boy. So that's what we'll do, everybody. Peace out. Hugs and kisses. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Sleep tight.